All right, so this video is to show you how to do the career assessment summary assignment. So first you're going to click and open the Google Doc. Now you will not be able to edit this because I'm not giving you that option. You need to make a copy. So you're going to make a copy of it. I like to put my own name whenever I make a copy so it's easy for me to see. And now you have a Google Doc that you can edit. Alternatively, you could also click on File and just download it into Microsoft Word if you prefer that. So those are both methods you can use. So now what you're going to do is you're going to compile all the information you've gathered throughout the class so far. So we're going to start with the values. So you can either go to your values journal that you wrote, and remember what were your top 3 must-haves and your top 3 can't-stands. So I can go over here, look at the essay I wrote, security, knowledge, and friendships, and I can just copy and paste those in. Okay, so I already copied and pasted those in. Now I can also try and remember what were things I did not want in a job. So here are the 3 there. So I'm going to copy and paste those very quickly. I'll skip it so you don't waste time. Okay, so now I've got my values in there. Next I'm going to put in my personality type. So you guys know I'm an ENFP. You're going to write whatever your 4-letter best fit type is. Then you're going to write down your income goal. So I'm just going to make one up for this activity. And you don't have to do it for all 3. You could just pick one, like, okay, I want to make at least $40 an hour. Or you could have a monthly income you want to make. Or you could have a yearly income you want to make. You could do any of them. For my example, I'll pick hourly, but you could pick any one of these. All right. Strong interest inventory, got code. So I'm going to want to go back and look at my strong report. You can also just look in your essays or other assignments. So my got code is ASI. Now some of you might have an adjusted got code and that's okay. ASI. All right, strong basic inventory, top 5 basic interest scales. So your basic interest scales are on the next page. So here are my top 5. So I'm just going to copy those over. You can also copy them off of the worksheet you filled out when you were going through that module. Okay, so you can see I've just copied them straight from here to here. So now I'm going to choose 5 jobs from the occupation scales or the job creation activity. So if you remember, anything that you had with a score of 40 or higher, you got to pick your own favorite top 10 to 15 careers out of that list. And then you used a discussion board to come up with even more ideas. So what you list here, it could be from this. Like maybe I really am interested in possibly becoming an English teacher, right? So I could put English teacher. And then maybe from the occupation activity, someone gave me the idea of being a textbook writer. So I can put that on here too. Even though it's not from this list, I got it from the activity. And if there's a job that even you thought of on your own, like, you know, what I've always wanted to do is train people to teach English. You know, I could put that on here too. So you're just picking 5 from this list or from the discussion board activity or your own idea of something that you think is a good match for your interests. It could even be an idea you had before you came to class. So I'll go ahead and add a couple more based on what I have here I added. So these came straight off of my occupational scales. All right, next we're going to look at Eureka. So you're going to want to log back into Eureka and look to see what were your top 5 most satisfying scales. So I already logged into Eureka. So it's good to log on to the dashboard after you've logged in. And you're going to want to check out micro skills, the assessment we did. Click on my results. And then here on my results, you see the top 5 very satisfying skills. So I'm going to copy these into my worksheet. So I will skip ahead and do that. So you can see I went ahead and copied those 5 most satisfying skills right here. So next, I'm going to look and see if there's any more jobs that I got ideas from the Eureka card sort that I want to add here. So let me go back or click over. You can see here are my top careers. So I'm going to scroll through these and pick some out that I like. So for example, school counselor. So I can take that and add it to my assessment. You're picking any 5 that you like. Okay, school counselor. So I'm going to pick out a few more. Okay, so I went ahead and picked 5 jobs from my results. Okay, so now that I have this filled out, I want to look at the information and see if I notice any patterns that might help me decide. So looking at this, I see security, knowledge, friendships. I don't like precision work or working alone or physical challenge. I want to make at least $40 an hour. I'm artistic and social. I like performing arts, religion and spirituality, social sciences, teaching and education, human resources. I've got these jobs and these jobs. And you know what? I actually see a lot of connection within my profile. ENFP tends to be people who love to help and serve others and empower others. And I can see that connects well with my interests and my GOT code. I feel like drive, integrity, performing, serving, training matches with a lot of the jobs that I'm interested in. So I'm seeing a lot of similar themes here. Now you might see different themes. For example, you might have 2 interests that are very different. Like you might love playing sports, and you also love art. And you might have a lot of values and things that go to one side, and then the careers you're interested in are on the other side, so you have to figure it out. Or maybe you really like, things that are kind of opposite. So that's okay if it's different, but it's something for you to look at and notice. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 3 careers, ideally from this list, but you can put in a different one if you want. But really your top 3 careers that you are interested in at this point. So I'm going to pick out 3. I'm going to pick out career counselor. That's kind of my number 1. I'm going to pick out career information technician because I'd like to know what's the difference between those 2. And then I'm going to pick childcare worker. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in based on, is it a match for me? So values for career counselor. Does it match my values of security, knowledge, friendships, avoiding precision work, working alone, physical challenge? There is some precision work in career counseling, but I think it is close enough to my values. I'm going to give it a yes. Does it match my personality of being an ENFP? I can see how I would use it there. And remember, every Myers-Briggs type can fit in every career. So you're just using your own judgment there, but usually this will probably be yes. All right, interest, career counselor, artistic and social. Teaching and education. And of course, it didn't make it in my top 5, but counseling is in my top 7. So I'm going to say yes, it matches my interests. Skills, drive, integrity, performing. Do I feel like this is a good match for me? I do. Income. So this is where you want to head back over to Eureka if you need to and look for that particular job to remind yourself how much you could earn, or you could look at your notes from this. So here I see it's $4,500 is entry-level pay. I'm going to do quick math. Hold on. Okay, going back to this, I'm just going to calculate so it's easy for me to see. 40 hours a week, $40 an hour is $6,800. So that's kind of a goal, right? So this way I can compare it to what I'm seeing over here. So here it's showing entry-level pay is $4,501. Average pay is $6,661. Top pay. So I'm going to say that this is pretty close to what my goal is. I may not make it right at the beginning, but overall I'm going to hit my average pay most likely. So I'm going to say this is a fit for me. And then what education level do I need? You can go back here and look. I happen to already know that you need a master's degree. So you can see it's there. So I'm going to add master's. So I'm just going to fill this in real quick for 2 more careers. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I went ahead and filled it out. So career information technicians were a good match for me until I got to income. Even if I worked in the very advanced stage, you can see that the top pay is still pretty low compared to what I'm looking for, $6,000 a month, $6,800. So this was not really a match for me. But I also noticed I could get this job with just a high school diploma. Some places, it depends on where you go. Some places might require more education, depending on if you're working like at a high school versus if you're working at a private company or for the government. So anyway, this could be a good stepping stone career for me if I decide career counselor is my favorite. Childcare worker, it was a good match for a few things, but not totally my interest. You guys know I don't really love working with kids. Skills, it's a good fit. Income, no, not a good fit. Again, the amount of money I would make would be not what I'm looking for in a salary. But then look at the education level. Here I need a master's degree. So yes, I'll make more money, but I'm going to be in school a really long time. This, I could potentially get a job right out of high school. Here I would need a certificate. So this can just kind of help you think, is this a good match for me? Next, you're going to put each career in here. So it's going to be the same ones from before. And you're going to list your pros and cons for each one. Good income. Cons might be long time in school. It's fun, enjoyable work. I get to be creative. I get to help others. So you can write this in any order. It's very competitive. Can be hard to get a full-time job working in community colleges like I want to. So you're going to make your pro and con list, and yours are going to look different than mine because it's based on you. So you're just doing these same 3 careers. So career information technicians, you'll do that one next, or whatever your career is. And then once you've done the 3, you're done. But now you have a nice summary of information that you can use for another assignment, the self-assessment essay. All right, I hope that helps.